Hey guys, so I wanted to give you guys a nice little garden tour. I share this garden with our landlord, and this is pretty much the whole thing, but we have only planted this little portion of it. So we have these 3 barrels, half wine barrels that we've planted, and then we have 3 of these, it looks like they're 2x6 garden beds. Now I'm just going to go through and tell you everything we've planted and how it's coming along. So let's just get started. So in this first one we have a tomato plant. It's doing really well. It's got some good looking flowers there, and then there's also in there little baby tomatoes. There you go. And then under we planted some type of lettuce. I'm not actually even sure what kind, but it's really yummy and it grows like crazy. Obviously we've already harvested and they're coming back up. And then in this second one, this monster of a tomato already, these tomatoes get to be so huge and like uncontrollable. They're gonna start falling over the sides and covering up everything else. But this plant in particular is a Sweet 100. There's a couple. There you go. But there's a whole bunch of flowers everywhere, and so she's getting ready. And then kind of in its understory, I'm hoping you can tell, but this plant is actually separate from the plant that we planted that we had gotten from, we got it from a farmer's market booth. But this one in particular is what we call a volunteer. So this just came up from last year, maybe from the compost that we had put in. It's just a seed that made it through, and it's growing quite large. In this barrel, I planted Walla Walla onions from sets, and they're doing so good. They're just growing like crazy. And then right in the center, I planted some dill, and it's doing really well as well. And the dill is for the cucumbers in that bed, which I'll show you in a minute. Taking you guys around over on this side, this first little 2x6 bed is all garlic. We planted this kind of as an experiment. It's not even like in proper rows, it's kind of just plopped in there, but they're here. They're actually ready to harvest. I harvested one right here, but I wanted to make this video first to show you guys. And then here in this bed I have one tomato plant. This one I think is a Roma tomato, and its flowers are just so pretty and different from the other ones. I've never planted or grown this kind of tomato before. I don't know if you can see in there, but there is a little tomato coming. She's coming. And then again, a little baby volunteer right there as well. Oh, and there's another one right here. Cool. This one right here is a volunteer. And then also as another experiment, I planted carrot seeds for the first time. And they're kind of crazy, but I just planted them and hoped for the best, and I left them that way. I don't know, we're gonna see how things turn out. Okay, right here, first of all, we have this monster of a volunteer that isn't even growing in the bed. You see that? It's like outside of the bed. It must have been like a fallen seed that just decided it needed life. So there's that. I'm just gonna keep it there and see what happens. But in this bed, here I have another type of tomato. I'm not even sure what kind, but she has some flowers as well. We planted seeds and 5 of them came up, and then 4 of the other plants are just from seedlings that we got from the farmer's market booth. But I love to make cucumbers, and that's why I needed an entire bed of cucumber plants. And these will get huge, and they're gonna trail, or maybe they'll climb. I hope they climb, so we have more and more. But that's that. Well, that's my garden tour, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will be sure to update you guys and show you the progress on all of the plants and how I harvest and when I harvest and everything like that. So, I'll see you guys in my next video. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them below. I hope you guys have a great planting season. Bye.